Well, Ty, let's maybe just reflect on your year that was and how you feel.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I think it was a good year overall. The team, I mean, we came a long way. We battled. We had a lot of respect for each other in that room, and we wanted to play for each other. So we really put in the work to come from where we were, and obviously not happy with the way it ended. We think we had more to give there at the end of it, but overall, from where we came, we're pretty happy and proud of each other.
You know, what does that do for a team? I mean, nobody wants to be in a losing streak, and let alone 11-game losing streak. But you guys, didn't seem to abandon ship. You kind of banded together, and then you put together just a remarkable turnaround and made a team that was last in the AHL. Not that it really matters where you're in the AHL, but last place in terms of that, and you get into a playoff spot. So, what does that say about this group and about how close you guys are as a team?
Yeah, I think it shows the character. Like I said, we had a lot of pride, and we had a decision to make there at that time of the year whether reality was we could pack it in and just see what happens, or we could band together and play for each other, and that's what we did. And I think the love for each other in that room and how close we are in that room plays a big role into that, because we want to see people succeed. We want to see the team succeed, and the fact that we were able to do that and be a really dangerous team in the back half of the year, and heading into playoffs, a real dangerous team. That's just credit to the group.
Credit one individual, your goaltender, Thomas Milic, a guy you're very familiar with, obviously from Seattle. What did it mean to you to see a guy who's playing his first year as a pro come in and have such a significant impact? I'm sure you're not surprised by it, but what did it mean to you to see that he could actually make that jump to the pro ranks and have as big an impact as he did?
Yeah, I'm very familiar with Millie. We've played a lot of games together, going back to juniors. So, like he said, it was never really a surprise to me. I've been saying it for years about Tommy, that he's a great guy. He's a consummate pro. So he came in, he had a big impact for us. We trusted him back there, and it showed for him too. He had a great year down the stretch, and I think he's going to get recognized for it.
In terms of other players that helped you along the way, what can you say about Ashton Sautner? I mean, he was a guy you were paired with for a good chunk of the year. So how did he help you with your development earlier on in your pro career?
Yeah, I can't give enough credit to Sots. I mean, the relationship we've built over the last 2 years. Came in green-eyed, not knowing too much about the pro game, and no matter how ready you think you are, you're not. So he's helped me on and off the ice. I mean, we've garnered a great relationship. We live close to each other, in the summer, so we get to see each other and keep that growing. He just taught me the ins and outs, and yeah, a lot of it's on the ice, but a lot of it's off the ice too, and how to be a good individual, and how to go about relationships within the organization. And yeah, I'm very fortunate and grateful to have Ash in my corner.
One of the things that he said is he's never seen. So he says you work hard. He can see how hard you work, how much work you put in on the ice, off the ice. He says that's an impressive feature for a young guy. But from your perspective, when you came into the start of the season, in terms of goal setting, not points, just in terms of like your growth as a pro hockey player, have you achieved those goals? And what area did you see probably in terms of the most kind of growth in your game?
Yeah, I mean, hard work is how I got here. So that's a staple for sure. In terms of goal setting, I think when you come in as a young guy in pro, you're just trying to learn. You're trying to soak it up. So, I mean, you'll set goals and they'll be forced to change. You get put in a different situation. Something happens here. Maybe you go down at one point. So there's a lot of adapting that has to take place in that time span. So, I think within that learning, it was successful. Obviously, it's not always going to be straight line. You're going to go up, you're going to go down. But I think that, we accomplished a lot, and we could take a lot from this year going into next year.
In terms of off-ice growth, what was it like to, spend another year in Winnipeg and kind of get more familiar with Manitoba?
Yeah, I love it here. I love snow. I love the snow. I do. So it's never in question. The people are fantastic. The fans, we really appreciate what they do for us day in, day out, making that noise, seeing the smiles in the crowd. Yeah, there's not much more to say there. I'm really excited to take this into the off season and come back ready to go.